Welcome to the spoken tutorial on how to create a user registration form and how to register a user into MySQL database. One suggestion before starting this tutorial is that you watch my user login tutorial first. I have posted a link to it. I would suggest that do so before going through this tutorial. The reason I have created user login before user registration is because I find it a lot easier to do user logging process before doing the registration process. Once you have got the login process right and you have got the fields in the database, you can start our registration process. I just find it a lot more easier to this way as you know what you are registering into your database. To start with, in the first part, we will create our form and check for the existence for my login information. For my existing tutorial, I am using my login session folder. This here is my login session folder and all my fields here, but here I will create a new file. Just add some tags first. I will create this inside my login session folder with the index.php, which is the main page you saw. Login, logout, and the member page if users are logged in, and I will save this as register.php. I am creating a user registration form so that the user can register before they decide to log in. I have created my register.php and I am also going to open my index file. I will create a link underneath the form and this is going to be just like a register page. And I will type register here. So what we get here is a link called register, which goes to our page where we have nothing at the moment. Following from the last tutorial where we could log in, I will just put a link to a page that you can register before you do this. Before we were just typing data into our database. If I open a new window, I will go across to PHP my admin. And this is the database that will be used to call PHP login. And this is my users table. You can see I have added an extra field called name and I will add another field called date. At the end of the table, that's going to be called date and it will be in date format. So where is it? Here it is. Before you get confused about what date it will be the current date when users register and we go there and save that. So from the last tutorial on user login, we just have ID, username and password. Now I have added name, so it's going to be the username and we have added a date, the date when he registered. Just browse in here. We have got a couple of values here already. I will delete this because I am registering my users, so I can start from a clean database. Assuming I have got no users at all and I have got my link here to register page. Here is my register page. Now I will briefly explain this HTML code which tells you how to create this page. And we will have a form first of all. This is going to be a self-submitting form. It's going to submit back to register.php. And we are going to create a table and inside this we will have rows here. Then we have two columns. So two TD blocks here and the first one will have say your full name. I will leave it up to you. Just to speed up, I will do it this way. In our second column here, I will put my input type as text and my name equals full name. So you can see at the moment, let me go back to my original page, click on register. You can see this is one column here. Split down here, this is another column with the input box in. And I will also go up here and inside the PHP code. I will echo out a header. I will explain bit later why I have done this. So we have got that. At the moment we have this to speed up. I will just copy and paste this down so you can make sure you chose from tr till end tr. I will paste it down and then I will say choose a username. So obviously I will change this to username. I will paste that again and say choose a password. This text is just to ensure in case of anyone looking over your user's shoulder or any screen capture software being used to infiltrate this computer. And the next one down here, I will just copy and paste it here to say repeat your password. Again password here. We can't say password again, so I will call this repeat password. We will use this to compare the passwords once they have submitted and as a safety measure in case the user has made any mistakes. And we don't need any other field. That is the last one. What we do need is the date. But I will do that when I submit the form. Okay, so this is our form created. Let's go back and refresh. You can see how this is evenly arranged, and that's why we have used a table. We need a submit button also. Underneath our table, I will create a paragraph break and my input type here is going to be submit. My name is going to be submit. And we have to check the existence and the value will just be register. Let's refresh. There you are. You can see that the password field have been blanked out. Also, we have full name and username there for the users to type their values. Okay, that's about it. I will stop the tutorial here. If you are following this step by step, make sure you have got your form written out and try out another design if you wish. I wish I had more time to do it. So go ahead and create your form as you want. Do anything you want, change these labels. Just make sure you got your boxes and your register. In the next part, we will talk about checking that the user has typed each one of the fields in. We will compare the passwords to see if they match. I mean, if I say there are two passwords and these don't match as they differ in character length, then the user can't register as they might have made a mistake. I'm sure most of you watching must have registered at some point and would have typed your password again. We will also encrypt our password and remove any dangerous HTML tags from these forms. So we'll have some bit of security to our registration form. So I see in the next part. Thanks for watching. This is Siddharth dubbing for the Spoken Tutorial project.